Dumela ngwanetso on this beautiful, beautiful Monday morning. See, life is not always what it seems to be like. Ke nnete ngwanetso. If I was to draw a 6 on a piece of paper and one person would sit on the other side of the table, then I would sit on this side. That person would be so sure that what they're saying in front of them is actually a 9. The very same way that I'd be so certain that what is in front of me is actually a 6, which is something that happens quite a lot in our lives. We tend to react quickly to situations that need us to carefully observe, carefully analyze, and also carefully interpret before jumping into any conclusions. Sometimes life is not always how it seems to be like. If I was to put sugar and salt before you, it would be so difficult for you to distinguish the difference between the two until you tasted them, which is something that happens in our lives. Opportunities, risks, challenges, blessings, lessons, they always present themselves in that form. Sometimes when you go through so much in life, sometimes when you face so many challenges and encounter so many obstacles, it does not necessarily mean that you're not destined for greatness. Sometimes it's just because you're a rough diamond. Namamela. Sometimes it's just because you're a rough diamond. You need to be tailored, you need to be caught, and you need to go through the crucial circumstances so that your worth and your value when it speaks volumes when the time is right. On this beautiful day, as I utter words of wisdom into your soul, I want you to be reminded, Ngwanetsu, to be reminded of who you are, to be reminded of where you come from, and most importantly, to be reminded of where you are heading. Remember back in those days when you thought you would never ever make it? Remember back in those days when you thought it's not possible? Remember back in those days when you thought it's the end of the world? Look at you now. You are where you are today, Ngwanetsu, for a reason. There's a certain purpose that you need to fulfill. Let me enlighten you about the power of choice, Ngwanetsu. If there's one gift that we're gifted with in this lifetime, it is actually the power of choice, the power of choosing. You choose the kind of energy you want in your life. You choose the direction you want to take in your life. Sometimes in this lifetime you need to choose you. Sometimes in this lifetime you just need to choose what works best for you. You need to choose to let go. You need to choose to start over. You need to choose to be you in your own right and also choose to embrace it. And let me tell you something about problems. Sometimes we go through so much problems in life and we think it is the end of the world. Nangwanetsu, they are called problems for a reason because they have solutions. Nothing would ever be called a problem if it doesn't have a solution. And while we're on that note, Ngwanetsu, always remember that in the end, everything will be okay. And if everything is not okay, then it simply means that it's not the end, Ngwanetsu. But also on that note, life is not about speed. Life is actually about direction. Be consistent in what you're doing. Stay true to yourself. Embrace your identity and never ever lose yourself in the moment. With that said, go out there and show them what you're made of. Do make sure to stay beautiful, stay blessed, and of course, stay focused. Ke ra wena motheletsi wa ka o motle.